Hi, I'm so glad we get to chat. Thank you so much for taking time to do this with me.
Yes, of course. Thanks for taking your Sunday. I'm sorry I couldn't squeeze it in during the week.
Oh, this is great. The baby's napping. We're good. Um, you might hear some background noise with the kids, but that's okay. Where are you located?
So I'm in Oxford.
Oxford, Mississippi?
Mhm.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, my daughter and husband just walked in the door like 30 minutes ago from Oxford. They went.
Oh, really?
I did not know that. Are you from Mississippi or where are you?
I'm not. I'm originally from Pennsylvania. I went to grad school at Ole Miss and then have been here full time for about 4 years. So,
No way. Oh my
yeah.
goodness. My husband went and just took our daughter since it wasn't a big game and they
Yeah.
literally just got back. But are you a
Fun.
big Ole Miss fan or not really?
Yes, I work in athletics.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I
So,
reread your email because I wanted to just remember everything that you had said.
yeah,
And I want to hear all about what you do. I mean, it sounds really cool. What did you go to grad school for?
not what I do. So both of my degrees are in like recreation, but the community engagement side of recreation, so more special events, stuff like that. I I guess I did an internship for about a year doing community engagement, like life skills is what it's called in athletics in Pennsylvania. And then I came to grad school and I thought I was going to be doing that, but I didn't end up doing that. I ended up in the academic enrichment, which I work with, and I still am there now. I work with at-risk student athletes, so like academically at risk. They come in with a learning disability, or they just need help kind of building their skills when they first get here.
Okay.
And my goal is to help them with time management, organization, and eventually move them off of my caseload, so that they're like strong, independent students on their own.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. So do you see yourself staying at Ole Miss for a while or
Um,
goal vision?
I don't know. I would
Well,
like to
actually,
get,
you really want to get into the health space, right?
yeah, so I'd like to move closer to home. I have a 4 year old, well, she'll be 4 in December, but a niece. So just to be a little bit closer to home would be nice. Maybe not quite home, but a little bit closer.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I really like the community engagement piece of everything. And I have a little bit of that in my position now. I also help with the tutorial program. So there's like tutor trainings and programming through that. So I still get some of my programming fixes through that. But yeah, I don't quite know what I want to do after this. So I'm still trying to figure it all out.
You mind me asking how old you are?
I am 31.
Okay. Yes, you've got plenty of time. I mean, I really feel like, but when I guess it was what we relaunched the company when we were 31. Um, and so I feel like that's when we like really kind of what am I trying to say? Just like kind of took off in a more professional way, I guess, or whatever. Like
Yeah.
up until then, because when we first started out, when we were like in our 20s, I mean, I was like nannying and just like trying to do stuff while the kids were napping, and I mean, we hustled, and it's been a long road of like hard work, but we were figuring everything out as we went, and just kind of doing it as we could. We weren't like fully focused on it. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like you've got amazing skill set, and like, okay, I want to hear about like your passion side of it. Like you said, you were diagnosed with an autoimmune.
Yeah. So right after grad school, which possibly was what kind of kicked it all up, I and it was super low. Like I really wasn't having any symptoms, but like I did, a full panel of blood work, and it came back that my thyroid was a little off. So then I went to an endocrinologist who like did a whole bunch of tests, and turns out I have like the Hashimoto's or the autoimmune version of it.
Mhm.
So that
Before that,
doctor,
had you like grown up pretty healthy?
yeah. So I was a dancer growing up, and I would say, I mean, I'm pretty healthy ate, but in the conventional,
Yeah.
household. But I pretty much ate whatever I wanted.
Yeah. Same.
um, and it didn't really hit me until undergrad, like sophomore year maybe, that I was like, oh, I'm not dancing 20 hours a week anymore, and I kind of really need to not just eat whatever I want.
Yeah.
Um,
You ballet or what type of dance?
yeah, so ballet, tap jazz, all of that stuff. I did hip hop too, but like I was in the back. I wasn't really my skill.
I mean, I can't even clap to a beat. Like I cannot dance, cannot sing. Yeah. My husband did step shows at Ole Miss though.
Oh, really?
He
Nice.
can dance.
Nice. Um, but yeah, so when I was diagnosed, they were like, well, there's nothing really you can do. Just do the standard diet, just stick with the medicine. And it's a spiral. So we'll have to make sure that you're on the right medicine all the time, check blood work, stuff like that. And my numbers were okay, but I still was feeling like when I started the medicine is when I started feeling symptoms, which I guess my body was probably like, you need this medication. And so I started getting some symptoms, which was more of just like fatigue, weight gain, um, and my muscles just really hurt.
Hmm.
Like I couldn't work
That,
out, which
that didn't happen before?
mm-mm, no. So the muscle thing was, I did notice that like once before, but I thought it was just like a fluke thing that I did this intense workout that I'd never tried before. So like, oh, maybe that was it. But yeah, usually it was after I worked out that it took like a week for my body to recover from it, and I never had that before.
Hmm.
Um, so I mean, yoga is good, but like all the other intense stuff, my body just couldn't handle at the time. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, so
So wait,
eventually,
what made you? I missed it. What made you even go to the doctor and like get?
it was just like an annual checkup, like blood
Oh,
work, just one of those,
oh
and
wow.
my numbers came back just a
Okay,
little bit off.
gotcha.
Yeah. So went to specialist, and then they were like, there's nothing really you can do other than medication. And I was like, I don't believe that. Like, I know that there's something that I
Yeah.
probably can do. Like, um, I guess like food sensitivities, dairy always kind of got me. So I was like, all right, I know to stick away from dairy, but is there anything else that I can stay away from? I kind of started there of just like other people's experience with food and their thyroid, and did research like that. And I think through one of them, I found you guys.
Wow.
So
So yeah, you were just kind of like on your own trying to find,
I was,
a path because there
yeah, because all
wasn't.
my doctors just were like, you're fine, just stick with the standard American diet and your medicine, and like it'll all be fine. I was like, but
Yeah.
I don't feel fine.
Yeah. Good
Like
for
I don't feel like myself.
you. Yeah. Wait. Okay. So basically, you just started finding people on Instagram and
Yeah.
online to.
Yeah, like their blogs more so. I'm not really social media savvy. So like my Instagram now is like mostly education stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, just like I read people's blogs and YouTube videos and just random stuff like that to see other people's experiences.
So did you kind of start with diet and then start like entering in the world of environment, or were you kind of thinking and conscious about product
Um,
stuff
that's
already?
a good question. It was really just my diet. So like I did other brands that I thought were safer than like, like bleach or something like that. Um, but it wasn't until I found you guys and I started reading your blog and, everything like that. I was like, oh, I need to cut out fragrance and all of that type of stuff. And I need to watch like the candles that I buy. And yeah, that didn't click with me until I read
Yeah.
all your stuff. But
Do you cook by yourself, or do you have roommates, or
no, my boyfriend and I live together. We've been together since like high school. So
he's like on board and supportive, or how's that?
yes and no. Like for me, he's like, do whatever you want,
Right.
you know. But for him, there's still some things that he's like, no, I'm gonna stick with mine, like deodorant. He's like,
Right.
I'm gonna stick with the stuff that I know works for me, even though I try to like try this, and
Yeah.
he's up for trying, and if
Right.
it doesn't
But
work,
in
then
terms of like cleaning the house and candles and stuff,
oh
like,
yeah.
okay,
Yep.
that's because that.
Yeah, he's all on board for branch basics. He'll be like, hey, I spilled. Where's that stuff?
I love it. Wait, so when was this? When did you start using Branch Basics and changing your diet?
Okay, so the diet change almost happened like immediately. So I was diagnosed in 2017. So it's been a long
Okay.
journey. Um, and then I didn't really find you until maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. So yeah, it's been definitely a journey and a
Yeah.
huge learning curve.
Yeah.
My sister has a different autoimmune disease. So I have my mom on board with Branch Basics. And I'm trying to, not be sneaky about it, but kind of be sneaky about it,
Yeah.
give it as
That's
gifts
all.
and whatnot. Yeah.
So has your sister started using Branch Basics, or?
Um, Not yet. She'll use it at my mom's because that's all she has.
Yeah.
But she has stopped using some of the harsher stuff, like bleach and stuff like that. So I think it's just slow.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, so have you started feeling better? Have you noticed
yes.
anything?
So I found a functional doctor actually in Alabama, but
Okay.
so I've seen her a couple of times now, and like just she's been so helpful of
Okay.
looking at everything and not just my thyroid.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember in your email uh, you said, I found a functional doctor. Didn't even know that existed
yeah,
until.
I didn't. I know. I saw Allison's and I was like, and then I started to follow Taylor, and then
Yeah, that's awesome.
through whatever the like functional practitioner website or whatever it is, I found the one in Alabama. There's
Nice.
like none around me. She was the closest one.
Yeah.
So
There's someone in Jackson, if that's closer, I don't know. But that's awesome. Okay, so since then, like, are your symptoms, have they gone away, or have they changed, or what?
yeah, so I was able to lose weight. Not that I was like a lot of weight, but I lose some weight. And my muscles feel so much better now. She added a
Good.
lot of supplements. And she did like a food allergy test. So nothing, like I'm not allergic to anything, but a lot of sensitivity. So she was like, you have leaky gut. So like I'm in the process of healing that now and on that protocol. So she's added some digestive enzymes and another thyroid medicine on top of what I was already taking. I guess it's just like a different, so I was on T4 and now I'm on T3 as well. So yeah, I
Um,
mean, I definitely feel much better, energetic. I've always been a sleeper, like I need 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night. But now I'm like
hey,
waking up refreshed.
oh, good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
I was gonna say before I forget, you should. Do you follow Carly Frolic and Flow?
I don't.
Like, she is great, and her podcast is doing it different, or doing it differently. I think it's doing it different, but she is awesome, and she had Hashimoto's.
Okay.
Um, but well, that's awesome. I mean, that you're noticing changes, and I mean, as much as it's so beneficial to change diet and add in a bunch of supplements, like, our biggest like goal is to help people understand how much, even like doing a toss of toxins around your house, like, that impacts your gut health, and that
Yeah.
is just like a one-time thing that you do, and then once you switch those products, then you don't have to think about it, whereas like food and supplements and all that can be overwhelming, like every
Yes.
single day, you know?
Yeah, it is, and sometimes like, oh crap, I forgot to take it.
Right.
But yeah, just grabbing, the only thing we have is branch basics, so that's just easy and automatic to just grab the different bottles or laundry, or my favorite is the oxygen boost.
Um, well, so have you gotten retested? Have they seen any improvements in your
Yes.
work?
So I've had one retest and then I have one in a couple of months again. But there has been already a huge improvement.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's been quite the journey,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So I know you originally reached out asking about the facilities, like what
Yes.
is in at work. Did you
Yes.
reach out to the facilities manager and look at our school toolkit?
I just talked to our we have like two custodial staff members in our building that are, I don't want to say like assigned to our building, but they're the ones that are always there. And I just asked them not to clean my office
Yeah.
because they just come around with these like nasty aerosol sprays, and I can like smell it throughout the day in the hallways. And
It's so
so
sad.
yeah, so like I'll just clean my own office with branch basics and a rag, and um, that way it's at least clean in my office, and I can control that. And then I try to just get outside as much as I can.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, a lot of times, yeah, just that. I mean, is just a huge difference.
Yeah.
So I mean, are your coworkers like kind of like this is weird, or do you not really talk about it with them, or what?
No, I do, because they're like, Brittney, do you want to go to lunch? And it's like, oh, I can't go to that place because I can't eat those things. And they're like, okay, are you sure? I'm like, yep, I'm good. Like, I'll come sit with you though. Like it's
Yeah,
just, so they're, I guess, understanding of it. Some of them are, some of them are like, this is a weird thing that she's doing, but
in
oh
terms
well.
of like fragrance and cleaning at the office, is that difficult with coworkers or not really?
Um, Not really, because we have like our own like office with a glass door, so I can kind of keep my door closed. And like if someone's burning candle, I'll just make sure my door is closed. Like I can smell the candle if someone's burning it from like across the office, and like it's in a totally different hallway. So I've definitely become more sensitive to that. Like, oh, I can smell when someone has something plugged, like a plug in the wall. Um,
Yeah.
but
I mean, yes, hopefully, like you said, you can just get outside as much as possible and get some good breaks.
yes, I try like schedule them in.
Good. Okay, well then tell me just a little bit too about like if um just give me I would love to hear about any feedback you have about Branch Basics, like product or questions or whatever. I'm all ears.
No, well, I just did this last order. I did the subscription because I ran out before, so I don't know why I didn't do the subscription. So that's awesome. No, I don't. I love it.
Good.
Maybe if you guys are thinking about new products, like your own rags or something like that. I'd
We've
be
been working on our
appreciated.
glass foamer bottle forever, but the foaming pump keeps giving us issues. Um,
Oh,
and
really?
actually, we have a new product in the works that we're really excited about
Oh,
um,
good.
for dishwasher.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
I don't use it for our dishwasher because our water doesn't quite, work with the branch basics in the dishwasher. But hand washing,
Yeah.
all of that is
Are you a
awesome.
sprayer when you hand wash or a foamer?
I'm a foamer.
Okay. I'm a sprayer. Our CEO like swears by using the foamer, but
I just fill up the sink with the foam. Like I don't spray because we have two like sides of it, so I just like let it soak. And
okay.
it's like, and
Yeah,
the foam is right there for the hands, and so yeah.
that's awesome. Well, so cool. Well, so have you made any I don't know, like progress in terms of like making a transition into more of like the health space or field or what some of the things you were talking about in your email?
Yeah. Um, Not really. I've been in like a research space for a while, just to kind of figure out what it is I want to do.
Mhm.
So like my health side is like on the recreation side of everything. The community engagement piece, trying to get people outside more, especially little kids, away from their screens and phones. And I just haven't really found the connection here in Oxford. But I think eventually that's what I would be hoping to do.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
love
We'll
that.
see. But yeah.
If I come across any like groups or organizations doing that, I'll keep you in mind. I'll forward it along. But I'm trying to think right now. I can't really think of anyone.
Yeah, it's
Um,
a very vague and open
no,
field.
I mean I'm
So
sure there are groups out there. I know there are. Just like I don't know anyone off the top of my head. But if you have any questions, just like you did last time, feel free to
okay.
email.
Yeah, I mean that was awesome. I heard from Carly, Allison, and you. So you guys are awesome. Thank you.
We try. We like really do want to do this. We do this because we care about people.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
want
and it
them
really
to
does
know.
show. I love all of the articles. I mean, you put so much research into everything. So it really does show.
Good. Okay, well, send me your address. I know we have it on file, but I want to send you a product as a thank you for taking
Oh, well, thank you.
um
Appreciate that.
and tell your
Awesome
boyfriend
talking to you.
thanks for being supportive of BB.
Yes, I will.
All right. Okay, have a great rest of your Sunday.
Thank you. You too.
Later.
Mhm.
Bye.
Bye.